look, Putin is a guy who understands force. And although I and the team at the Institute for the Study of War have written for years about how clever he's been with information operations and hybrid war and lots of other things, at the end of the day, Putin understands force. And if you take force off the table and you tell him that he's not going to have to worry about a forcible response, that shapes his calculation in a certain direction. If you put force on the table and tell him that maybe he does have to worry about mixing it up with the American military or NATO, then that would have changed his calculation in a different direction. And I think I will say that it was, in my view, unfortunate that President Biden said and kept repeating that we would not fight in Ukraine, because I think that leaving ambiguity in Putin's mind on that question would have been a good idea.
But should Russia attack militarily, what happens? Does the West retaliate? Is anyone going to go to war over Ukraine? I mean, the New World Order, if you will, that was established when the Soviet Union disappeared, as seen by the United States, is a world order where there's one superpower. The Russian view, as expressed by Putin, is that there is no more. There is no such thing as a superpower. The world cannot be a unipolar thing. It has to be multipolar. There are interests, everyone out there is used. And we will not accept this. So that's where the real clash is. Ukraine is about that.
And then the virtual unanimity of the General Assembly, on that resolution is a devastating blow to Putin's, narratives over many years that he believes in collective, or in multipolarity, that he believes in the UN, that the UN should be the arbiter of all of these things. He's thrown that back at the US for decades, and to be repudiated by the UN as thoroughly as he just was is a devastating blow for him informationally. I've been very gratified by it. I mean, when you see the Russians lose a vote in the UN General Assembly by 141 to 5, I mean, Putin, that is an astonishing failure of Russian messaging, information operations, and public diplomacy. When, listen, the only former Soviet state that voted against that resolution was Belarus, which has 30,000 Russian troops in it.
And that's what Ukraine is really about. But it's about who's boss? Who's boss?
Even the Kazakhs, even the Armenians didn't vote against that resolution. They abstained. That's a sort of a repudiation of a sort, even within the Russia-dominated world. I've been very gratified by it. I mean, when you see the Russians lose a vote in the UN General Assembly by 141 to 5, I mean, Putin, that is an astonishing failure of Russian messaging, information operations, and public diplomacy